you're new to our channel, this is our van, Varney. And there's our little dog, Tessie. Say hello, Tessie.
And if you're one of our regulars, you already know all of that. But this video probably contains a lot of snippets of things that you don't know about us.
Yeah, we thought it was time to give you some fun facts and a little bit about ourselves and our lives before Dolittle Campers.
So if you want to get to know us better, keep watching after the titles.
Outdoors, be that exploring new places when we're allowed to, or just nature walks, or taking the dog for our local park. We love it. Tessie loved it too.
And that brings me on to another thing that we love. We love drama and acting, and the ball reminds me of when I was at school. Used to stand in a circle and only the person with the ball was allowed to talk. Back then, that's when I did my first show. I was Bill Sykes in Oliver Twist, and I'll never forget at the end I went out for my bow and they all booed. It was amazing. They didn't boo me because I was rubbish, they booed me because of my portrayal, and they hated the character that I'd created. And that is another of our shared loves, isn't it, Claire?
Yeah, not that we're hated, that we both love to act. Ever since someone took me to see Blood Brothers when I was younger, I just remember thinking how amazing it would be to be up there on the stage and just entertaining people. The very first show I did, I had an opportunity to do, and I was petrified, absolutely petrified in the wings. But once I went out there and did it, I got the bug. It was brilliant. I just loved it.
Absolutely. And do you know what? That's how we met. Yeah. So we met when we were both in Cinderella. Who was you playing, Claire?
Cinderella.
Obviously. And who was I playing?
Buttons.
The hapless fool.
My BFF.
Best friends forever.
Yeah.
We're more than best friends forever now. We live together and we love each other. And the rest is history. So you now join us in our favourite part of our home. It's not actually in our home, it's our garden, but it's where we spend all our time in the summer. I'm not going to show you the garden now because it looks terrible and actually it brings me to tears. I'll drop some photos of what it looks like in the summer into the video.
Yeah, it can look lovely, can't it?
Definitely.
At the minute, yeah, winter's not a good time for the garden. But I'll tell you who does also love the garden is Tessie. In, out, in, out, in, out. Oh, she loves it. She's actually got her own sandpit. She's got agility when we can set that up in the summer. So yeah, she loves it in the garden too. But yeah, we want to get it looking nice, don't we, again?
Absolutely.
David's popped inside. I thought I'd take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about my life before Dolittle Campers, and before David actually. Very early on, I discovered I wouldn't be able to start a family, not easily anyway, for various reasons which I won't go into. So I was amazed and delighted when I finally fell pregnant, but sadly it wasn't meant to be. Elation turned to devastation. After about 7 weeks, I had a miscarriage. It was a very hard time for me. I barely had time to process this, as a short time later I was diagnosed with breast cancer. The year that followed was very tough. My cancer was fast growing, so we had to move quickly. I had an operation, 6 rounds of chemo, and I took part in a clinical trial for radiation, which was 2 machines twice a day for 15 days. And lastly, I had to take hormone tablets as my cancer was hormone positive. It's now almost 10 years since my diagnosis, and I'm living well, enjoying life, and feel very lucky to have made it to the other side. It changed me. It changed my perspective on life. It made me embrace new experiences, want to try so much, and just enjoy everything and be grateful for everything that came my way. During this time, I made a list, a live, laugh, love list, and I've added stuff to it, I've ticked stuff off it, and I will continue to add stuff to it and just be grateful for every experience that we have. Life is not a rehearsal. My cancer was hormone positive, which meant the cancer cells had receptors that used estrogen to grow. Estrogen levels naturally increase in pregnancy, so in my case, falling pregnant also fed the cells already inside me. I think this is why I felt the lump so soon after miscarrying. I truly believe that as tragic as it was that Chloe didn't make it to me, she did in fact save my life. During this time, I tried to keep as much normality and routine as I could. I worked on my good weeks in between each chemo. Luckily, my employer at the time was very supportive. My live, laugh, love list consisted of things I wanted to do when I got back to me. So far, I've jumped out of a plane, which even made the local paper. I've been a zookeeper. I've been in a helicopter. I've climbed the O2. And I've abseiled the orbital tower in Olympic Park. I've ticked many things off and I've had lots of fun and will continue to do so for as long as I can. Remember, life is not a rehearsal. Live well, laugh often, and love beyond words.
So I believe Claire's telling you her story outside, and I thought it'd be time to tell mine too. I wouldn't have said I have a massive story, however we all have certain things that impact us in our lives. And the biggest thing that impacted me in my life was when I was 17 years old. My mum passed away from cancer when I was 17. It was hugely aggressive and it happened really quickly. At the start of the holidays, she was fine, and by the end of the summer, she was gone. It impacted me quite a bit because I was 17 years old and I had friends who were out playing, having fun, whilst they were 17 and 18. For me, I had to grow up quite a lot and I had to grow up quickly. And I think that probably explains a lot of my outlook now. I can be quite childish now. The things that I do with Claire, we're quite banterous and we're like big kids. And I think a lot of that is me reliving the latter teenage years that I probably didn't get. I enjoy being a big kid. And you know what? Sometimes we all should be a big kid because it's great fun. Bing bong! This is your captain speaking. Welcome aboard Load Air Flight to Lanzarote. We have an ETA of around about 4 hours time. Please make sure you enjoy the flight.
Lanzarote is our absolute favourite destination to go on holiday. I'm going to relax and enjoy the flight.
So my favourite food is pizza. And this is going to be the first time I ever get to use my pizza paddle. And you can see my pizza's in the oven there. Claire's favourite food is sandwiches, which I'm sure you'll all be familiar with if you watch our channel. But you can't have sandwiches for dinner. So Claire has got a Chinese in the microwave. Football wise, I support my local heroes. I'm a Luton Town fan. Claire doesn't support any football team, except when England play. when she becomes an emotional wreck. Completely unbearable.
69, 70. David has to count to 88 before he allows himself to get out of the shower. 71, 72, 73, 74.
Claire used to keep a photo of Noel Edmonds in her purse.
David once managed to get himself locked in the bathroom at his parents' house whilst they were on holiday. He couldn't get out. He phoned his granddad, and his granddad refused to come and get him because it was after 9 p.m.
Right, you guys need to get to know each other, okay? This one's Noel, Danny, Will, and Darius. When Claire was younger, she had a menagerie of animals named after pop stars. She had rabbits and she had guinea pigs, and every single one of them was named after a male pop star.
David hates rustly bags and labels on bedding.
Claire queued for 6 hours for a selfie with Ollie Murs. Twice.
David has met his childhood idols, the Chuckle Brothers, 6 times.
Claire once pulled a 3-foot sword out of someone's throat. Now, you'll have to use your imagination on that one.
As a child, David was Luton Town Football Club mascot twice. Go on, Luton!
I don't know what it is that makes me feel like this, but you could be some kind of superstar. Claire once won a Segway race against Jamelia. Does anyone else's bike have a spare seat? Our final fact: we own a tandem. Okay. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed those fun facts about us.
And got to know us a little bit better.
We really enjoyed making the video, didn't we, Claire?
Yeah.
And now we're going to ride off into the sunset. Thanks for watching. See you soon. If you liked our video, please give us a thumbs up. Drop us a comment in the comments section. And if you're new to our channel, please do subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell.
You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.